So hi everybody, welcome to our very first episode of the Garage series, and today I have two ministers from the village in Christchurch, Anne and Martin Stewart. Anne is our current moderator and will be finishing in 3 or 4 months, and Martin will be taking on a new role as our executive officer. So welcome guys, great to have you here.
Thanks Daryl, good to be here.
And do you want to start by explaining to us what our moderator means, or what a moderator is?
Okay, so a moderator is someone who like chairs a board or helps a group of people work through things. So in the case of the church, the presbytery, as we know, is made up of a minister and an elder from each parish. And that's a lot of people spread over a wide area. So they have given the authority to a representative council to deal with the work of the presbytery for them. And these people collectively are like our bishop, and my job is to convene that group. There's a few other wee jobs around there too. A moderator gives leadership over the pastoral and spiritual well-being of the presbytery, and helps to set the tone or the culture of the presbytery. There's other ceremonial duties like inducting ministers and ordaining people and opening parishes and closing parishes and other tasks like that too.
Nice.
That's basically it.
Good stuff, thank you. And so what's a key question or key questions you've got at the moment about church life?
So I'm interested in how, as a church, we stay open to where God's leading us, while still being respectful and honouring of the people that have got us this far. People have often can be quite set in their ways and used to being church being a certain way, and how do we honour that but still move to wherever we're meant to be. I'm also interested in how our structures find their place so that they don't hinder and restrain us from what we need to be doing, and how we hold relationships at the centre so that things like kindness and caring dictate our structures and our processes rather than the other way around.
Awesome.
So, Matt.
Thanks, Sam. How about you, Mark? What are the key questions you're mulling over?
Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about our posture as a church, and I don't know if I was reading entirely right, but it was feeling like the communities around us were saying they don't really relate to us, they don't understand us, they get a bit hostile because some of the ways we come across are a bit judgmental, and we're moralising about them all the time, and they feel like they are looked down on by the church. And I'm kind of thinking, well, one is that is an awful, awful place to find ourselves, and to hear that is actually, it's quite horrible. I thought we were meant to bring light to the world, but we seem to bring, in some circles, a fair bit of sadness and even hostility. So I'm wondering whether this season is one where we, as a church, kind of think again, picking up on what Anne has said about kindness, about, what if people experienced us as kind and patient and gracious, and those and generous. The fruit of the Spirit was playing out more, and we're more careful to be like that than some other ways. But it feels to me like the big challenge for the church is about connection and disconnection. If we've become disconnected, how do we reconnect? And I don't know that there's a great lofty place we can do that from. I think it's more a humble place where we just genuinely be kind to our neighbours and look out for the people around us, not just our own, but the people around us. And we think really carefully about how we want to be with them, what kind of language we use. Like one of the ways we talk about the community out there is to call them unchurched or even unsaved. And I just think that's a really them and us kind of way of looking at it. I think we could do better than that. What about us together? We're all in the community together. We're all loved by God. What about playing that out a bit and thinking of some really practical ways to play that out in our neighbourhoods where we all live?
Awesome. Thank you. Great questions.